Hey everyone, welcome to today's live video. I'm excited to chat with you all today. We have people that are joining us from all over the world. So as always, be sure to say hello and say where you were from, representing your state, representing your country. We had a lot of great questions come in about our summer plans, what the kids are doing, how they're getting along, and life updates. So much to catch up on. And as people are hopping on here, again, be sure to share where you were from and represent your state and country. Karen, it's good to see you. You were the first person that I see on here today. And Susan, hi to you as well. Sarah is joining us, as well as Debbie, and she is from Indiana. And Vicki, it's nice to see you on here as well. Brenda is following as well, and we also have tuning in so many other people that are just starting to jump on in here. So anyway, we're excited. I just dropped the little kids off with a neighbor who's watching them for just a quick minute so we could catch up with everybody today. So anyway, yeah, the kids are doing really well. We've had just a fun summer. I think the kids went to bed at like 10 o'clock last night. So we are pretty tired today. We played so hard. The kids and I went swimming yesterday. And then we got invited to a place in town called Confetti Kids Club. So if you are in the Southern Utah area, they had a grand opening for Confetti Kids Club, and this is just like an indoor playground for kids. So that's going to be in an upcoming vlog. And it was a lot of fun, but boy, I am tired. We had a good time. Caroline is from South Africa. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Donna Fox is watching as well. Okay, so let's jump into some of the questions that were pre-submitted that people had asked. Leah says, who is most excited for summer out of all the littles? Any plans with the family? Landon and Shayden. Everybody's excited for summer and no school. Logan was adamant that we were going to swim today, and he was like, but mom, how long? Like, how late can we swim? Because he had such a good time yesterday. So anyway, Logan, as of today, is really excited about summer. As far as plans with the whole family, we will be traveling to Jackson Hole, Wyoming here in the upcoming month. So we'll include all of our summer plans and travels within the vlog. So we're excited to share all of that with you. But I do want to put together a summer bucket list for my kids. I think that would be so much fun. And then the kids and I can check off as we are doing fun things in and around town, having a good time. So anyway, we've got people joining us. Carla from Portugal, it's good to see you. And I recognize some of your names because you've submitted questions before, which I've answered. So it's fun to make those connections with everybody. Melissa says, how are the chickens? The chickens are good, but I had a question for you gals that keep chickens. So I went and checked on the chickens this morning with the kids, and one of them is missing feathers. And I noticed like one of the bigger chickens is picking on her. So I guess that's literally the pecking order. So I don't know what to do about that because she's just this really sweet chicken. So they're doing fine. They're producing well, but it seems like one of them is picking on the other one. And I don't know how you go about that with chickens. Like I know what to do with kids when that happens, but I don't know about chickens. So if anybody has any tips for chickens when they start to miss some of their feathers in the tail. Anyway, the tail area is kind of where she's missing them. That's kind of a first for us. So we've not experienced that yet. So we'll have to find, I don't know, like things for them to do, I guess. I don't know. I don't know much about chickens. I'm still new at the whole chicken thing, but the chickens are good. I was going to share with you guys though, we did get our rabbits and the kids are in heaven. So all day long, the last 3 days, the kids just keep running to our little chicken coop that has, or not chicken coop, the little rabbit hutch that has the rabbits in them, and they're just the sweetest. So we'll be sharing that in an upcoming vlog as well. They just traveled from Idaho down to us, and so we've been anxiously awaiting these sweet little Holland Lop rabbits, and the kids are just so excited. So anyway, we love having rabbits. Laura asks, are the children having a good summer? Yes. They are. We have just been playing and having a good time. So it's been good. Cheryl asked the question, what words of wisdom would you give young Jamie Smith? And I don't know how Cheryl knew my former last name, but yeah, my former last name is Smith. Pretty similar to Scott. I would tell myself, don't look too far into the future. I think if anybody had told me that I was going to have quintuplets, I don't think I would have believed it. So I would have probably have just told myself, you're going to be fine, keep going, and there are good people everywhere. So that's probably what I would say. I think if somebody had whispered, hey, you're going to have like a really big family one day, I don't know that I would have been like, oh yeah, sign me up for that. Like, I think it's been totally life-changing, which is fine. But I never would have guessed that I would have such a large family. I came from a family of 2. And so to me, like 4 was a big family. So anyway, yeah, having 7 kids, I love being a mom to my kids, and they're wonderful kids. The littles are just really busy right now. Let's see, another question that came in. What's your favorite thing about your new house? The kids often say they love this house, and mainly they're talking about the yard, the backyard, the snails. We've had a roadrunner in our backyard the last few days. And so Lincoln and Logan have been very protective of their new rabbits. And so they've been chasing this sweet little roadrunner just off our property, which I'm like, no, that's so special. We want to see that. And then we have hummingbirds as well. Just in the last few days, the little rabbit hutch is under a tree. And when the kids looked up, we saw this hummingbird, and then we realized she had a nest. So I'll probably share some photos of that because the kids are just so excited. We've got Vicky joining us from Sweden and people joining us from Payson, Utah. Welcome. Glad you guys just joined us. And Linda's tuning in as well. Another question, give one positive word that describes each of the children. Shayden, I would say driven. Landon, I would say kind. Violet, I would say spunky. Daisy, I would say intuitive. Lily, I would say creative. Logan, I would say sensitive. And Lincoln, I would say passionate. So those are words that I can think of off the top of my head that describe each of my kids. And I think somebody just asked, what did you decide to name the bunnies? We haven't decided yet. Each of the kids collectively have kind of come up with some different names. But Landon really set the tone when we were all playing with them as to what he wants to call them. And so I think the Quints pick names based on what his thought process was. So we will share those names with you soon. If you have any more suggestions, you can leave them in the comments. We do love flower names, anything gardening. Anyway, we're excited to finally pick names and then share those with everybody. And they're so beautiful. These bunnies are so sweet. So we're really excited to have them. Deborah says, do you dress the girls in leggings or jeans? I used to do jeans when they were younger, but I found some of the kids would get really frustrated, especially the ones with sensory sensitivities. And so leggings for 2 reasons. I do buy leggings because they're cheaper and more affordable, and they can pull them on and off by themselves with next to like very little help. So I don't really do jeans. I'm not opposed to jeans. We've just not bought them since they were younger. They do have leggings, and for the most part, the kids get to decide what they wear. Unless we're going to like a big social gathering, like when we went to the Confetti Kids Club play place yesterday, I had all the kids wearing yellow, so that way I could see them and I could find them more quickly. But sometimes the kids do wear leggings. Brittany says, what's the hardest part of shared parenting time? I think, and she's meaning like 50-50 custody, I think the hardest part for me is I miss my kids when I don't have them during that week. But I've been able to volunteer in the classroom, and so that's been really helpful because then I can see the kids practically every day, every other day. So summer is going to look a little bit different because we're going to do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off for the most part. Now I'm going to have a stretch with the kids for about 3 weeks time right now. And then Dad will have them for about 2 weeks as well. So I think summers are actually the hardest part, but since the kids were older, like I know some people it might be different because if you divorce when your kids are babies and you feel like you're missing the first of like their first word, their first step, their first experience of something, that might be a little bit different. But so far, the only thing I really feel like I missed out on was like my child losing their first tooth, because that happened over at Dad's house. But this will be in the vlog, I think on Thursday, but we had one of the girls lose their tooth last night. So that was magic, and the tooth fairy did come to our house, and it was really sweet. So they're really excited about that. If you have any guesses as to who lost their tooth, you can share them in the comments below as well. Patricia says, when was the last time they spent time with their dad? So Skylar had them Memorial Day weekend, and so they were just with their dad on Monday. So the way I film my vlogs, I do try and get ahead, so that way just about every vlog segment has, the majority of it is the kids. Every once in a while, I'll have a vlog where it's just me, but for the most part, I try and include the kids. So yeah, and I can get ahead a little bit on content sharing with you, just some of the sweet moments that I capture with the kids. Let's see, if you have any questions, I can take questions too as I'm reading these. Terry's joining us from Little Rock, Arkansas. Welcome. We've got people guessing Lily, and we've got people guessing Violet. Dory's guessing Violet as well. Violet and Lily both have had missing teeth. So it's one of those girls, I can tell you that. And they're both really excited to lose their teeth. And when this child lost their tooth, all the quintuplets, well, two of the other quintuplets started crying because they were jealous because their tooth hadn't fallen out, and they wanted $1 too. So anyway, that was kind of fun, but sad at the same time. It was like, it's not a competition. You'll all lose your teeth when they're ready to come out. So like, there are some things that are just a little bit different, raising higher to multiples all at the same time, because not everything is like fair or even when it comes to like who's the tallest, or who loses their tooth, or who has the biggest feet. But anyway, we are just excited. And then when this child lost their tooth, they actually lost their tooth and couldn't find it. And so Lincoln helped this sister find their tooth. So anyway, it was really sweet. So I captured that all on film as best as I could, because I was in the other room and I quickly grabbed my camera. So anyway, it was just really, really sweet. We have people joining us from Pennsylvania, and Marie is joining us as well. Welcome. Okay, Christina asks, Sandra asks, do your girls like to have their hair done like you do it? This is an interesting question. Violet, Daisy, and Lily now like doing their own hair. So if you watched my last vlog, and all the girls are wearing these little straw hats, they love accessorizing, and they love doing their own hair, and they love doing each other's hair now. And so Violet is my girl that's probably the most skilled as far as doing hair. Like, she can do bobble braids, she can do pigtails. So like, she changed her hairstyle 3 times today. So that was kind of fun. And then she likes doing her sister's hair too. I'm not sure. Somebody just asked, what's Skylar's Facebook page? I'm not sure what he changed his Facebook page to. I think YouTube, it might be Let's Go Father. I'm not sure. He's changed it a few times over the last couple months in finding a good fit for him, but that might be what it is called. I'm not sure, but you could type in maybe Skylar Shay Scott. It could be that too. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, you can leave that in the comment too. And then Christina says, when do you have to decide how to split the kids up for next year? So the kids are going into the 1st grade, and this is one that the school principal wants to counsel with me on, because she doesn't want to overwhelm any of her teachers. So they try and divide kids up. I don't want Lincoln and Logan to be in the same class, because I want them to branch out and get to know other kids. And I think developmentally, it'll be good for them to focus and just do better with their learning. I also, okay, Kristen just said it's Let's Go Father. There you go. Okay, it is that. There you go. And then let's see, I want to split up Violet and Lily because they're the closest as well. So we'll see. They have 4 first grade teachers next year. So we're going to see what we decide is the best fit. So I just need to counsel with the school principal if she has any tips. And I also counsel with the school teachers as well that were kindergarten as to their recommendations. So anyway, yeah, we're excited, and I will let you guys know as soon as I have an update as far as like how we're dividing the kids up for the 1st grade. Josephine asks, do any of the quintuplets have an imaginary friend? This is a good question. A while ago, Daisy Kate had an imaginary friend, and her imaginary friend's name was Dika. I don't know where she got the name Dika from. And Lily was telling me about this imaginary friend. She was telling me that sometimes she'll have bad dreams. And so Daisy was trying to comfort her. And she was telling her that her imaginary friend Dika would help protect her from the bad dreams or something. So anyway, Dika just used to be this friend Daisy had when she was like 3 and 4. I don't know that Dika still comes around to play anymore, but that would be funny if she still did. I'll have to ask her. Maybe I'll interview her for a vlog and see what she has to say about her imaginary friend. And then we had another question come in. Have the Quints been to see a movie at the movie theaters? Yes, they did go see, I think they've seen maybe 3. I think they saw the version, the new Little Mermaid version with their dad. And from what Landon said, they had a lot of trips to the bathroom. So they didn't really sit still. And the Quints said it was boring because I think they were expecting a cartoon. They have seen another movie a while ago, but I can't remember what it was. But I would love to take them to the movie theaters again this summer. I think they would have a good time, and they're a little bit older now. So as long as I don't hype them up on too much sugar, I think we'd be good. And as long as the movie's like enjoyable and maybe a cartoon, I think they should last the whole length of the movie. Gina asks, what is the next project in your home? I really want to paint the playroom. Just to give it a good fresh coat of paint, and it would just make the space brighter since the Quints are in there every single day, most all day long. Christy says, how are you doing? Asking as a person, not just as a parent. Honestly, today I'm quite tired. We went to bed late at 10 and then I got some work done, so I didn't go to bed till midnight. And then I had 2 kids in my bed last night. And then my child that lost her tooth came in like early. I don't even know what time it was. So I had 3 kids in my bed for most of the night. So I'm pretty tired, but I do need to share it. The laundry room is finished. I just installed the toilet a couple days ago. And I just need to hang the mirror and some artwork, and then the laundry room's completely done. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys coming up. Christy says, oh, how are you doing? I already said I'm tired, not just as a parent. Rainer says, is there one that feels left out because they are quintuplets? I would say yes. For the most part, the buddy system is like Logan and Lincoln are besties and Lily and Violet are besties. So every once in a while, Daisy Kate will feel left out. So she'll just voice it, and then the girls include her, or one of the boys will offer to play with her. So yeah, it seems like sometimes we do have that third wheel problem as quintuplets. But I think that's kind of, as far as like siblings goes, that happens quite a bit with siblings as well. But the kids are pretty good about being sensitive to each other's needs. So that works pretty well for them, I think. And they don't know any different as quintuplets. Austin asks, and where did you get the girls' sun hats? They're so cute. So the girls' sun hats in my last vlog were from Dillard's, and I like shopping in July when everything is on clearance. So I bought those little straw hats last year. I think they were around $5 or $6, and they had 3, so it was perfect. So I just bought what they had, and the girls love those little straw hats. This is the first year that I've pulled them out. Maybe I bought them a couple years ago, just because the girls are a little bit more careful with things, and so are the little boys. They're a little bit more respectful of the girls' things. But the girls were adamant that they wanted to wear them when we went on our little walk the other day, so I thought that was cute. Our next question is from Destiny. What is your favorite thing about your kids? I think the thing I love the most is seeing the world through my child's eyes. Each of the kids see the world so differently. For instance, Logan, this morning, we were out playing with the new rabbits, and he was just so sweet, and he's so tender-hearted. He said, Mom, this is the best day ever, and we have so many pets now. Do you like having chickens more or bunnies, or what all the kids were talking about? I was like, I like having bunnies a lot more. Chickens give us eggs, but a lot of the kids, the Quints, are allergic to the eggs, but they still like to gather them. And the bunnies just are really sweet. So it's been fun just exploring the world and seeing it through the kids' eyes. So that's been really fun. Christy says, how do you handle if the kids miss the other parent? And we have had this problem, especially like if one of the Quints gets sick and they're missing their dad or they're missing their mom. Skylar will call me or text me and say, hey, so-and-so isn't feeling good and they're asking for you. Can we FaceTime? And then I'll FaceTime with that child or the little kids. And then vice versa, if the kids ask, and especially if it's like a long stretch with how young they are, sometimes we'll do that, especially like I think last summer we may have done that a time or two. Caitlin asks, what activities do the girls like versus the boys? Everybody likes playing with all the toys. Like we don't really have necessarily boy toys and girl toys. The kids all play with the same things, but they play with the toys differently. And some kids prefer certain toys over others. Like Lincoln really loves Hot Wheels and cars and monster trucks. And the boys really like building things right now and constructing things that are three-dimensional. The girls do too, but the boys enjoy it a lot more. The girls still like playing like dolls and babies, a little bit more nurturing. The boys will play those things too, but it's not as long as the girls tend to play them. And they each have like the ample same amount of time to experience and play with the toys however they like. So it is fascinating to sit and watch them and then to see them switch and how they'll play with the same toy, but very differently. Selena asks, what's your go-to for laundry soap and stain remover? We have sensitive skin at my house, so we buy all free and clear detergent. And I've been buying that since I first got married. Originally, I bought Tide, but we would break out in hives and rashes. And so I switched detergents like from the very beginning. So we've always done all free and clear. And as far as stain remover, I use a basic dish soap called Palmolive, and it gets, as they say, the tough grease out. So that's how I do it. Sometimes I'll soak things overnight or for a couple days. We had snow cones last night, and we had brand new little yellow shirts, and Vivi stained hers pretty bad. So we're going to see. I don't think I'm going to be able to get dark purple and dark red out of their clothes. So I'm going to try the Palmolive and I'm going to try soaking it and see if that works. But yeah, those are all the questions that came in. I tried to gather as many ones as I could that I haven't really talked about before. Some of the questions that came in, I feel like I've already kind of covered them. And so I just went to these ones. So if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them here. Deborah says she really likes the Fells Naphtha bars. I've never used those. I've bought them, but it didn't really work for me. If you put it in the sun, it might come out, is what Debbie said. Okay, I know you gals have done laundry for many, many years, so I know you're going to have tips when it comes to getting those tough stains out, especially if it's like a dyed, like a dyed color that's like really, really dark. We did have a good time last night. The kids were just so happy, and I tried filming Violet, but she was practically running. And since she's shorter, she was just able to get through that little play area like so much quicker than I could. Because I was like trying to bend over and not run over kids myself, but she was just so excited, and so is Lincoln. Diane is joining us from Maine. Thanks for joining us. And Tanya is joining us as well. White vinegar can help with fruit stains. I didn't know that. That's good. I'm kind of weird. My favorite food in all the world is cucumbers and vinegar with salt and pepper. So that's what the kids and I had with BLTs yesterday. And I'm super weird. My sister and I, it was kind of tradition after we would eat that as kids, we would drink the vinegar. And still to this day, like I love drinking vinegar with salt and pepper, like the leftover from the cucumbers. Super weird, but it's tart and I just love the taste of that. That's super weird. But anyway, so that's good to know. I didn't know that vinegar could get fruit stains out, and we do have that problem at times at our house. If you have any more questions, I am happy to answer those and take those questions. It's so fun. Spending time with everybody. I know everybody is so busy this summer. We've got a lot of moms juggling kids right now that are out of school for summer. An old toothbrush. I kind of missed that comment. If you want to comment again, what you just said, something about an old toothbrush, probably about getting out stains. Somebody else said they like the vinegar too. I'm super weird. I don't know why. I love that like tart, tangy, I love like sweet and sour sauce, anything like that. Yeah, it's weird. Lily is just like me though, so she loves it, I think just as much, if not more. Yeah, I that's my favorite food in all the world. And when I was pregnant, that was all I wanted were just cucumbers and salad. And I don't even like salad that much, but anyway, yeah, that's my favorite food. The laundry room is done. I'm really excited to share that with all of you. It'll probably not be in this vlog. Probably next vlog. So not this week's vlog, but the following vlog will probably be that one. Stephanie is joining us as well. Oh, I forget that when I do stuff like this, it does stuff. Okay, Sarah is joining us as well. So we are having comments coming in. I'm going to try and answer those for you. Hello from Australia. Deborah, thanks for joining us. And let's see, I can't pronounce some of these names. I'm a vinegar lover too, especially on cucumbers and tomatoes. Dawn dish soap is what somebody else is saying. I have used Dawn before and it does work. Tips on keeping your hair so pretty. I really like It's a 10 from, I guess you can get it on Amazon. It's a 10 and I just do like the tips of my hair. But Walmart now just came out with a cheaper version that's almost half the price. So It's a 10 leave-in conditioner. I really like that. And then the nicest shampoo that I found that I can get discounted that goes on sale either through Amazon for like a 2-pack or every once in a while at TJ Maxx I can find it is the brand Nexus. And it's like just like their basic cheapest version. So Nexus, Nexxus. I really like that brand as far as hair product. And then I really like using a mousse. I really like the Biolage mousse. So I've been using that right now and it holds a curl better for my hair. And then I don't have to curl my hair or wash it for like a few days. So that's kind of nice. That was really kind. Yeah, we're just doing good. Kids are busy and are just play. And I'm trying to keep up with them. They're just so busy. They're just good kids. So I do want to put together a summer bucket list though and ask the kids what they would like to do, like making cookies. I want to go down to the river. We want to go to Veo Pool. That's like a natural spring here in town. I think somebody asked about football with Shayden and Landon. Do you mean football, or do you mean soccer? If you're from the UK, I think you call it football. And if we're in the US, we call it soccer. Landon did make a team, so he is excited to be on that team and to get back into soccer again. And Shayden is practicing just about every morning. He really wants to start next semester. What is your favorite show? Did you just ask what's my favorite show? Will you ask that question again? Does Landon stay more at Skylar's or my house? I think was the question. I think because his dad is male, he likes spending time equally at his parents' house, but technically he's supposed to be with me this week, Landon, but Landon is going to go to an RSL game, soccer game with his dad. So if there are special events or things, Dad and I are pretty good about making sure that Landon can go to those things. So he is spending a little bit of extra time with his dad right now. If you have questions, I will take some questions and make sure that I'm looking here at the camera and not down at my paper. Brenda is joining us from Illinois. I'm going to scoot up just a little bit so I can see as comments are coming in here. I was going to take the kids to the splash pad today just to get their wiggles out and get us out of the house just a little bit more. What is your favorite show to watch with the quintuplets? Right now, the kids really like on Amazon Prime TV. It's like a knockoff version of Wizard of Oz, but it's cartoon and there's episodes. And Vivi was like, Mom, we're on episode 20. I was like, wow. But Lily doesn't like that show because she thinks it's a little bit too scary. So each of the kids are different with what they like. They were talking about Charlotte's Web just recently, and they like learning about things. So like sometimes we'll go on to YouTube and we'll look up a specific topic. Like I think the kids wanted to learn about wolf spiders the other day. And so Lincoln was fascinated with wolf spiders and black widows. And he just didn't think it was fair how after black widows have babies, like there isn't the dad anymore. He didn't like that part. And I was like, okay, we're not going to learn about black widows anymore. We'll just keep it to like the other spiders. So anyway, the kids are just funny about what shows they like and prefer. Some of the boys like shows that typically girls might prefer, and so that's fun to see too. Like every once in a while, the boys will pick like a Barbie movie, so that's kind of fun. Somebody says their grandson loves spiders. Yes, Lincoln, I think when we found the wolf spider at our house, they were fascinated. Somebody just said something cran raspberry. If you'll comment that again, I can read your comment rather quickly again. Michelle is joining us as well. It's good to see you. I know I talk like 100 miles an hour when I do these. I just try and get through all the questions and answer as many as I can during these live videos for you, but I really do look forward to connecting with everybody. And it's such a cool experience on my end, being the person sharing. Because I feel connected to people all over the world. So it's kind of fun to experience that with everybody. Let's see, any more questions? Nancy is joining us as well. I was going to tell you guys, when we went to the play place thing that we got invited to, there were a bunch of other people that do social media as well. And I met so many women that have twins or triplets there last night. It was fascinating. And some women have had like multiple sets of twins within their family, like their own family. So they were pregnant with twins twice. That's fascinating to me. If anybody follows Cambria Hauk over on Instagram, she has had 2 sets of twins and then surrogacy for her 5th child to add to their family. So I think in this world of infertility and just all the different ways that children can come into a family, it's fascinating to see how these beautiful kids come to these families. And I just had a sweet moment where I was watching the Hauk family interact and play with their kids. And I just thought, wow, we live in a special day where doctors can do so much for women that have infertility. So anyway, it was just, I had a sweet moment where I just was watching this family and just thought, women are amazing. Women are amazing. I did see a question come in about my good friend Austin. He's doing good. She asked about when was the last time you talked to him. I talked to him last night, and I was telling him, I was like, you need to send me your most recent pictures, because I was like, I think you need to update your dating profile. And he was like, really? And I was like, yes. So he sent some pictures over to me, and I quickly like edited them and then sent them back to him. And I was like, and you need this first picture as your first profile picture. So anyway, he'll be on the LDS Mutual app. So if you are single and looking and you're between the ages of 20, 25 to like 40, you could check him out. He is sweet as can be. And I just wish him the best. He's wonderful. So anyway, he's doing good. He's doing good. So anyway, I have loved spending time with everybody for this live video. Whenever you talk about Austin, you smile so big. I know, I think there's a part of me that's always going to love him. He's just been really good to me. But I don't know that I'm his person, and that's okay. So anyway, just a really good friendship. Are the kids going into, 1st grade? You've taken the kids to Taffy Town in St. George. I've never done that. Taffy Town. Cran raspberry, perfect tartness. Okay, I'm gonna put that on the list real quick. Taffy Town, I have never heard of that. I'm gonna reach out to them and see where this is at. I'm gonna look them up on GPS. Okay, well, love to you all. Thanks for spending time with me. I'm gonna go pick up my kids. Hope everyone has a great summer. And I just am so grateful for each and every one of you. I will talk to you all real soon. See ya, bye.